Hey, there we are. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Game 2 of the 2015 MRDA Championships. My name is Ms. Communication.
And I am Bangers and Smash.
And we have a game underway right now, so we're just going to go straight into the action. Jammers for the Aftershocks. We've got B Stang on the line with the star up against Jeremy Strecker for Magic City.
And in case you're wondering, white and red is the Aftershocks, green and yellow Magic City, and they are about to blow the first whistle here in just a few seconds.
The 5-second warning given, and the jam is in play. Aftershocks in white up at the top of the pack, setting up a brace. Strecker looking for it up the middle of that brace. May not be so effective for him. We've got a cut call on number
1966, that's Austin for the Aftershocks, headed off to the penalty box.
And Strecker lead, he goes for the jump on the apex and picks up a track cut. We've got the first penalty of the game. B-Stang still hasn't broken the pack. He gets shoved all the way back to the rear. Magic City building a bridge, not with love. B-Stang re-engaging with Magic City's defense, pulling him up on the inside. Oh, great job there by Magic City, just tracking B-Stang. You know, B-Stang not an easy jammer to keep contained.
Yeah, but Magic City really bringing it after missing last year. They're back in the tournament this year and looking to show the game they've got.
B-Stang fighting up at the top of the pack against a three wall. The pack is back right now, so they're going to run out of room if they don't build that bridge. Effective penalty kill by Magic City. Strecker back in, and B-Stang still not out of the pack on his initial pass. Strecker back in from the box. He picks up 5 points, including that little jammer lap point. And the jam right now counting down at 32 seconds remaining. And B-Stang, a whole minute and a half. And Magic City has the Stang caged.
Magic City's defense is just turned on at the front side of that line there. Really holding on to B-Stang. Look at him take those big hits.
B-Stang finally making it through with 13 seconds remaining on the jam. Strecker working his way through that Aftershock defense. Aftershocks, though, not making it easy for him, forcing the all the way back. It was just Mike there. B-Stang in the pack as well. We've got an additional 2 points for Strecker and 3 points on the board for B-Stang. Score now 8-3, which with Magic City on top.
Already up next to jam for Magic City, number 27, Michael Bratz. And for the Aftershocks, number 126, Lambo Arfides.
Bratz looking to take the inside, fades to the outside. Feedy's, though, caged to the back of the pack. You know, Magic City's defense really came to play Championship Derby. We've got a multiple player block being called on number 44, Chef. He'll head to the box, as well as number 45, Jason Mosley. And just out in front, lead jammer belonging to Lambo Arfides of the Aftershocks in white. We've got a jammer penalty being assessed to Bratz. He picks up a back block penalty. This is the second jammer penalty that Magic City has given away in the game, and only the second jam. Oh, big layout on turn 3. That's, of course, going to be a clockwise block as the bench starts to call for the call-off. Feedy's picks up 5 points, 0 for Magic City. And we still have Bratz caged in the penalty box.
So we get a tie game as we go into the third jam of the game. And Magic City's going to start with a full penalty box, just one blocker on the track for Magic City as the jam gets underway here, jamming for the Aftershocks. And we're going to actually take an official timeout, it looks like.
Fast Wolf shooting through the middle of the pack and then very, very confused. Almost like when swimmers jump the gun and they're in the pool before everybody else and they pop up and they're like, what? What did I do?
What just happened there?
Tie score right now 8-8, but Magic City's penalty box completely full right now. I hate to say it so early in the game, Smash.
Go ahead, say it.
The penalty box determines your fate.
That is almost always true, for sure.
You know, Magic City coming out and playing hardcore defense on the track, but that defense isn't going to work unless if you have people on the track.
Exactly.
So it looks like we had a bit of a correction on the penalty box. We've got a second blocker out on the track for Magic City in green. Again, we've got Fast Wolf on the line wearing the star for the Aftershocks. Fast Wolf contending with that defense, but it's easy to get through a pack of two. Lead jammer, Aftershocks.
Magic City Jammer standing. It's still Michael Bratz with the star, and they're getting a little bit more defense on the track there.
That's a number 5, Chuck Best, and that was number 45, Jason Mosley, being told to report to the penalty box. So apparently we had too many people in the box area. And Fast Wolf through the inside, 5 points, and Bratz has picked up a track cut coming through the pack out of the penalty box. Fast Wolf getting knocked to the ground by number 9, Christopher Smith. 2 jammer penalties in a row. The Aftershocks doing like almost a wave, but with hands on hips, and Fast Wolf calls off the jam. 8 points for the Aftershocks. Brings it to 16. 8 points for Magic City, 25 minutes left in the half.
And this is a very interesting matchup because these two teams have never come together, and they're closely ranked in the MRDA. So both really wanting to bring it, especially Magic City returning after missing last year, and the Aftershocks, their first show in the championship bracket. They both want that next game.
Jamming for the Aftershocks, we've got number 0, Pattison, and of course we've got Bratz still caged in the box for Magic City. Pattison going up on his tippy toes to avoid the track cut, and he does, but he'll have to restart behind the pack. Magic City making a 3-wall up at the top of the pack and brutalizing Pattison out. That's number 69, Christopher Harrell, joining Chuck Best there, number 5, and number 2, Quad and Dirty, out there playing defense for your Magic City Misfits.
Very good penalty kill by Magic City. They're getting their jammer, Michael Bratz, back out of the box, and now he's at the front side of the pack, really working to get out and get that lead, and there it is.
And picking up lead on the out-of-play call is Michael Bratz for Magic City. Magic City with an amazing penalty kill. Pattison still trapped at the back of the pack. Aftershocks looking to build a wall up at the top of the pack, but Magic City building that bridge, forcing the Aftershocks to leave blockers behind. Michael Bratz contending up at the top of the pack. He gets a little bit of help from Christopher Smith. He's got one more to beat. And that was a hard-fought 45 seconds almost for that 5 points.
Both teams really bringing the defense here as Magic City's trying to tie up the game. Pattison still on his initial pass.
Pattison getting a little bit of help from number 18, Michael C., but it kind of flung him back into Magic City's defense. Michael Bratz still contending at the top of the pack with the Aftershock defense. Number 515, Just Mike, shoving him to the infield. He goes ahead and calls off the jam with 5 seconds remaining. That's 3 points for Magic City, 8 points.
Another tie in the game. We're only 4 jams in, 16-16 with 22 minutes to go. Both teams really bringing it here. And if you want to bring some quality, quick bearings, when you want quality, think quick.
The biggest and best news for Magic City, not only on those penalty kills, but also they've got fresh feet finally on the track. Stephen Keedy wearing the star in green up against Lambo Arfides in white. Lambo getting a little tangled up in his own defense. Magic City shoving him all the way back. I think he didn't know where he was quite then. Number 777, Lucky Bastard, headed to the penalty box. Feedy's still contending with Chuck Best and Jamaican Psycho at the back of the pack. Buys enough time. Stephen Keedy, lead jammer, Magic City.
And And Magic City cleaning things up, all 4 blockers on the track, and when they've got that defense out there, they are very strong as Lambeau does manage to escape the pack.
Stephen Keaty puts on the speed, looks to pick up his 4 points and call off the jam, and he does. Lead change now, Magic City 20, San Diego 16, and we've got 21 minutes left in this first half.
And it's going to be number 14, Fast Wolf, with the star, this time for the Aftershocks. And number 19, Jeremy Strecker for Magic City.
Pack advantage right now belonging to Magic City with 1 blocker standing in the penalty box. That's Lucky Bastard. And of course, as I say that, number 45 heads to the box on a track cut. We do have a lead jammer being awarded to Strecker. That's 3 times in a row for Magic City.
Magic City losing blockers to the box, number 69. Christopher Harrell also goes to the penalty box. But their defense is still on point. They're able to hold up the Aftershocks jammer for long enough for their jammer to get around and start scoring.
Strecker out with a twirl. He goes ahead and calls off the jam before San Diego has a chance to engage the pack. That's 9 big points for Magic City. 30-16 now, 20 minutes left in this first half of the second game of the 2015 MRDA Championships. If you're just tuning into us here on WFTDA.tv, this is the 2015 MRDA Championships, and we are here in St. Louis. We have the San Diego Aftershocks taking on Magic City, and we've got a team timeout being called for the Aftershocks.
So speaking about MRDA Championships, I've got some really exciting news about the plan for next year.
Ooh.
With its ever-growing membership expanding worldwide, the MRDA is excited to announce it's going to be holding 3 playoff tournaments to determine who qualifies for the 2016 championships. Now, I know we're a year out from that, but that's pretty exciting news for the MRDA. 2 of the playoffs are going to be held here in North America, and 1 will be in Europe. Bidding for the tournaments will begin shortly, so if your league wants to host one, get in on the discussion and let the MRDA know you want to have one of the playoffs or the championship at your location.
Hey, Europe, this is miscommunication. I would love if you would host anywhere in Europe. That would be great. But I would prefer the continent. Just saying. Hashtag just saying. So we are super excited to be back here in St. Louis. The Gatekeepers hosting championships again. They hosted the first championship tournament. And we are back in play from that timeout. We've got Lambeau Arfides, number 126 on the line for the San Diego Aftershocks, and he is skating against Kendall Smash, number 21. This is Smash's first time jamming in this game.
Magic City with 2 blockers still in the pack, but still doing a good job holding up Lambeau Arfides off the line there.
Feedy's usually a pretty slick guy. He usually figures out a way to juke around that defense, but Magic City almost cupping around the Aftershocks jammer, and that does purchase enough time for lead jammer to be awarded to, that's actually Stephen Keaty. And we've got a track cut being assessed to Lambeau Arfides. This is the first power jam that San Diego has given up.
That's going to give an opportunity for Magic City now to increase the lead they've gained from the from the previous jam, and Stephen Keaty getting a lot of offensive help now from his team in this power jam.
Stephen Keaty up at the top of the pack against, I believe that's B-Stang.
Yep.
And he gets free, 5 points for Magic City. San Diego really unable to put up much more than just that 2-wall. I mean, you know, B-Stang is a great player, but you can't do it by yourself. Keaty through again, and we have 15 points on the board for Magic City. Lambeau Arfides sent to the penalty box, second time in this jam.
Both teams getting back up to full strength on the track. They're just missing the jammer again for the Aftershocks, but they're able to do a little bit better management of Keaty here as he comes in for a pass, but he's going to go ahead and call off the jam.
Just Mike with that shove out of bounds on Keedy and gets called out on a forearm penalty. Keedy picking up the full 4. Picking up 4 points in that last scoring pass. Magic City pulling ahead of San Diego 49-16, and we've got 17:48 left on that period clock. Jam is in play. We've got Feedy's, of course, still in the penalty box for San Diego. And we've got...
It's Michael Bratz jamming for Magic City, already lead jammer.
Bratz engaging with the pack. We've got a clockwise block being assessed to Christopher Smith. He'll head to the box for 30 seconds. Lambo Arfides out of the penalty box. Magic City's bench yells, call it. And so Bratz does. 4 points for Magic City.
Roller Derby Elite, the brand that defines the sport. Roller Derby Elite is the official sponsor of the men's team USA Roller Derby. I'm Roller Derby Elite for Derby Skaters by Derby Skaters.
Great second game here in St. Louis. San Diego Aftershocks, kind of an unknown, having come into this tournament not playing anybody that is at this tournament. Wearing the Jammer Star for San Diego is number 14, Fast Wolf.
And for Magic City, it is Jeremy Strecker returning with a star.
Strecker with the lead jammer status, but Fast Wolf not lead. Strecker goes ahead and calls off the jam 0-0, and that jam kind of a little confusing there. I'm assuming Fast Wolf picked up a no pass, no penalty, and hence why he was not lead in that.
I didn't see the signal, but that would be the best guess for why lead was awarded after he got out of the pack there.
Pack advantage right now belonging to Magic City. They've only got one blocker in the box on his feet, but San Diego has 2. Jamming in this jam, we have number 11 for Magic City. That's Stephen Keedy.
Now Stephen Keedy, this will be his 3rd jam so far, 100% lead jammer. That's going to be changed up this time as the Aftershocks were able to get that lead jammer call.
Lambo Arfides on the line with the star for the Aftershocks. He does pick up points before calling off the jam. Looks like Magic City, though, coming out ahead on that jam, 3-2. San Diego now with 18 points, 56 for Magic City, but San Diego breaking a 6-in-a-row lead jammer status call for Magic City. San Diego looking to pick up some momentum, hopefully head into halftime with a few more points on the board.
Number 14, Fast Wolf, lead jammer for the Aftershocks, pretty much right off the line there.
He is jamming against number 27, Michael Bratz. Bratz still looking for it, gets knocked to the infield by number 3, Boo. Fast Wolf finding it on the inside with a swing and a miss. We have a multiplayer block assessed to Bratz. He'll go sit in the penalty box, and this is a power jam advantage for San Diego.
And this is exactly what San Diego wants right now. Get them an opportunity to put some unopposed points on the board.
Fast Wolf gets knocked to the ground. He goes ahead and just calls off the jam as his team is yelling at him, no, you were out of bounds. Don't stand up yet. Great communication there in the pack. 9 points for San Diego in that last jam, 27-56. Magic City's Bratz still caged in the penalty box, so this power jam will continue.
And the power start for the Aftershocks. Makes it easy to get lead jammer there.
Yeah, number 0, Pattison with the star for the Aftershocks. And the Shocks losing number 18, Michael C., to the penalty box. And we have a back block penalty being assessed to Pattison. Pattison will head out to the box, and we have Michael Bratz back in. We're going to go the remaining minute and 25 seconds in this jam. Bratz looking for it on the inside, and he finds a sneaky way through. That's number 6, Opie, kind of opening up just a teeny tiny door, and that was all that he needed to get through the pad.
Just Mike, the last line of defense there, goes to shove out Michael Bratz, but Bratz just spins to win, and he's out for 5.
5 points for Magic City. Pattison was on a scoring pass when he entered the pack, so we will see points come in from his previous scoring pass when he gets back in from the box. He's on his feet right now. Brad's up at the top of the pack. Aftershocks just stopping it. But number 9, Christopher Smith, comes in to break up the fray. As Smith receives the star and goes ahead and puts on the star in the pack, we've got a switch to number 9, Christopher Smith. A little cap pass there in the pack. Pattison fighting to the top of the pack, but we have an out-of-play penalty being assessed to number 6, Opie, as Pattison puts up 4 points. Smith out and does pick up 5 points for Magic City. Pattison, though, making fast work there, picking up another 4 points. We've got an 8-10 jam right now. Smith looking to juke around, does pick up an additional 4 points, but Pattison also picking up 4 points. 14-12 in that last jam. Score now 39-70 with Magic City on top. But San Diego really making a comeback in these last 2 jams. Those power jams really working in their favor.
Yeah, they absolutely needed and used those power jams to close up the score gap. But Magic City has really been bringing their own and holding their own against them, keeping that score gap wide. They don't want another tie situation before the half.
We've got an official timeout being called out on the track. Interesting to note here, in the last 2 jams, we kind of had we had 1 power jam given up by Magic City, and then 1 power jam given up by the Aftershocks. Net worth of those last 2 jams, 21-14, barely in favor of the Aftershocks. Aftershocks are going to, of course, not to be John Madden here, they need to put more points on the board so that they can win the game. But Aftershocks needing to take a little bit more control. They gave up 14 points. 10 of those points were power points in that last jam.
And that can make all the difference, as time is going to start ticking back down. They're going to be looking to keep those wins happening. They've really got to start shutting down Magic City a little more.
And that is number 19, Jeremy Strecker, out in front, lead jammer for Magic City. In the green, we've got Lambo Arfides on the line for San Diego. He is mid-pack there, getting shoved out by Quaden Dirty, number 2. He's going to be forced to recycle. Magic City really doing a good job of waterfalling backwards and forwards to keep San Diego contained in this game. Strecker fighting through the pack. He does go ahead and pick up 4 points.
Meanwhile, the Aftershocks losing 2 to the penalty box. It's going to be just Mike and Austin off to the penalty box. That might make it a little easier for Magic City to put more points on the board here now.
Waterboy trying to troll for Strecker. The Strecker on the outside barely gets knocked out of bounds, but that was a no pass, no penalty. And also a blocking out of bounds penalty will be assessed to Christopher Smith on that hit. Lambo Arfides, though, playing a little jammer on jammer D. Doesn't work out well for him. Quaden Dirty knocking him out of bounds. But Strecker goes ahead and says, I'm not going to play this game any longer. Goes ahead and calls off the jam with 1 point. 10 points total for Magic City. Doubling right now San Diego, 80-40 with 9 minutes left in the half.
What was great there was after the hit from Lambo Arfides, we're in an official timeout right now. After the hit from Lambo Arfides, Strecker just kind of stood there. He's like, I can call it off if you want to play this game. And then Lambo fell to the infield, so he was like, okay, we'll keep playing. And then he decided to shut it down.
That official timeout taken because someone had lost their wrist guard doodad that makes the wrist guard hard.
I like
on
that
the
name.
track.
That's what we call it, the
wrist
doodad.
guard doodad.
Radar Presto is now available in 99A hardness. Nail your stops, Presto.
Jammer right now out on the track for San Diego, and lead is Fast Wolf, number 14. And he is skating against number 11, Stephen Keaty, in the green. Fast Wolf just finds it on the outside. Big 5 points for San Diego.
Earning that name during that last pass. That was definitely fast. I don't think anybody saw him coming.
Keaty getting knocked all the way back by number 714, Plummer. Plummer looking to open up the pipeline there against Keaty. He'll be knocked back with B-Stang on the assist in the pivot cover. Fast Wolf looking for it. He darts up to the front of the pack. San Diego holding number 18, Michael C. aside to kind of do a little jammer offense up at the top of the pack for him.
And a back block call on number 11, Stephen Keaty. He's going to the penalty box for Magic City. That's going to put him down a jammer. I thought he was a jammer. He had the star off. It just confused me for a moment there.
He had the star stashed when he got that penalty, so he will go ahead and retain that star into the box. And we have a star pass. Fast Wolf giving up his lead jammer status and handing off the star to B-Stang. I'm not sure if that pass happened before or after Keaty gave up that jammer penalty. But we've got another 4 points on the board for B-Stang. Right now, 24 points for San Diego, with Stephen Keaty back in as another 5 up on the board for B-Stang. B-Stang looking for the apex jump. He goes ahead and falls down. Smart idea there. And, of course, with no lead, we have to wait for the clock to...
B-Stang belly crawling off of the track. You almost think he was a Marine in a fire exercise there. Did not want to take the chance of getting a cut goal. Rolls into the infield. Jam comes to an end. That puts us at 80-72 at the end of the jam. San Diego making some real good headway with a 32-point jam, that last jam. And we're going to take a little pause at 7:04 as we go into a team timeout for San Diego.
Team timeout for Magic City.
Magic City.
30 points. Oh, we just got a score correction there. A whole 30 points. You know, I was a little confused as to why Fast Wolf would give up his lead jammer status with a power jam being given up by Stephen Keaty. But then, of course, you know, that star being passed to B-Stang, and we all here in the Derby community do know how B-Stang can skate, and that is fast.
Fast and hard to stop, I would say, too. He was pretty much just drilling right through those Magic City walls during his time with the star. And it made sense at the point. I mean, now we've got a 10-point game again from what it extended to upwards of 40-point lead by Magic City.
And, of course, most of those points being put on the board by San Diego in the last 4 jams. And that penalty box, of course, factoring into this. In the last 5 jams, 2 power jams being given up by Magic City. Right now, Stephen Keaty, number 11, caged in the penalty box for the back block that he received in that last jam. And Pattison, number 0, being fielded for San Diego to start out this power start. Pattison looking for it up against number 06, Mr. Rager, and he will be determined to be lead. We've got an out-of-play call on 06. He's going to head to the penalty box, but Pattison is lead for San Diego.
Nice hit by Opie there, but it's going to be a penalty. He's off to the penalty box for a direction of gameplay penalty.
Pattison picking up 5 points in that last pass, total of 5 power points in this jam for San Diego. We're going to go ahead and call off the jam after being slammed to the floor. 5-point game now, San Diego 75, Magic City 80.
Quad and Dirty with that nice sweeping hit there at the end. Really took out the Jammer. The Fast Wolf looked like he was out of breath there. And they actually just updated the score again. We're looking at a 2-point game with 6 minutes remaining in this first half of the game.
3 additional points given to San Diego on that last scoring pass. We've got a 2-point game. We've got less than 6 minutes in this first period. And our crowd, which is relatively full here in St. Louis, cheering on for San Diego to put those points together. We've got Lambo Arfides being called out on a track cut. And we've got a race to the box because we've got an elbow or forearm penalty on number 21, Kendall Smash.
So no lead jammer this time, and Lambo's released, and here shortly we will get Kendall Smash back as well.
Feedy's out, ready to score. We're going to go the remaining minute 10 of this jam. Kendall Smash also back in from the penalty box. He is also on his initial scoring pass.
Lambo coming in for that apex jump, takes a knee as he lands, and he goes to recycle, and it's going to be a cutting the track penalty on Kendall Smash. So now power jam for San Diego. This is really what they want right now as the clock ticks towards 0.
Feedy's staring down that defense at the top of the pack. A swing and a miss from Opie means 5 points for San Diego, and we have a lead change, ladies and gentlemen. Lambo Arfides getting knocked to the outfield. Opie just sort of like turns his body and says, nope, you will go to the outfield. Feedy's forced to reset behind Opie, just barely shaking it in with his hips on the re-entry there. Feedy's up at the top of the pack against 06, Mr. Rager. And 44 looking for the hammer and the nail, Chef, but Chef is going to get a out-of-play penalty. Feedy's waves goodbye and picks up 5 points.
And the jam comes to an end. 2 more points on the board for Feedy's in that last pass. Going right for that hole in the middle of the wall there. He almost made it all the way through, but it was enough to get those points.
Score 91-80 in favor of San Diego right now. We've got 3 minutes left here in the first half. Stay tuned to us here on WFTDA.tv all day long. Our last game goes off at 7 o'clock tonight, so you'll want to stay tuned to your computer all day long.
Yes.
We've got Strecker, number 19, in for Magic City, and Pattison for San Diego. Strecker picking up lead jammer status. Pattison looking for it, gets knocked to the outfield, and Magic City's going to troll all the way to the back of the pack. It's number 2, Quad and Dirty, trolling for Jammer Fishies. Strecker also gets pushed all the way back to the back of the pack. Beastang looking to fight his way up and hopefully get a San Diego control, and Beastang with that star in his hand. We've got a swap. He's out ready to score. Strecker goes ahead and says, no. Calls it off with 2 points for Magic City. Net of 0 on that helmet cover swap for San Diego. What I'm really seeing here, so when we were at Mayday Mayhem and watched the Aftershocks play there, the Aftershocks kind of came and right on the track, right that moment, took control, and they made it their game at Mayday Mayhem. They kind of burned into almost half of the period before taking control here, and we're going to see number 14, Fast Wolf, become lead.
I agree with that assessment. It took them a little while to wake up this morning, but now they're here and they're ready to take this game and make it theirs. Another 3 points go on the board for San Diego as that jam comes to an end.
Stephen Keedy out there with the star. He picks up 0 points in that last jam. We've got an official review being called for Magic City. Likely, we've got a minute 45 remaining in this half. So, but we're going to get everybody to the middle, and hopefully we will have the reason for that official review relayed to us here shortly. Again, you don't see a lot of, lots of lead jammer status for Magic City. Magic City, of course, going a 5 jam in a row run in the first 15 minutes. But then around the point that Michael Bratz went into the penalty box 8 jams ago, that's kind of when San Diego said, no, wait, you're going to play our game. Our game is the San Diego game, not the Magic City game.
Yes, San Diego definitely waking up there about the second portion of this half and really bringing it in, and now they're looking to extend their lead before that halftime comes up.
San Diego actually putting up 75 of those points in the last 10 jams. So 75 points in 10 jams. Of course, that massive jam on the Star Pass to B-Stang on the Power Jam just a few jams ago, of course, is why we see our score 94-82 right now, with San Diego ahead. And greetings, by the way, friends watching in California and cheering on your San Diego team. I know that it's 11 o'clock here, but, it's 9 a.m. there. I would suggest a little nip in your coffee here this morning because I would need a little nip watching this game.
Yeah, it's been pretty intense from the start. Both teams really bringing it, and again, both teams with something to show coming in here. The Aftershocks, their first invite to men's championships, and Magic City did not make the cut last year, so they're reappearing this year, and they've got something to prove. So both teams really want this win, and you can see that in their determination out there. And I think as we continue the game, Aftershocks just really need to keep doing what they're doing. Magic City needs to clean it up a little bit, keep their blockers and jammers on the track. They really had a good thing going, but they're just really, really getting a lot of penalties, which is not helping them to maintain any kind of score lead over the San Diego Aftershock.
The official review is completed. Unfortunately, we did not get the reason on the official review. I'm assuming a penalty being requested by Magic City on Fast Wolf, the previous jammer. That's normally what an official review is going to be.
That would make the most sense at this point in time. It looks like
mistrial, of course, announcing that, but I was unable to catch that, folks. I apologizing. I did hear her say the no call stand, so likely a jammer penalty review there for Magic City. Lambo Arfides with the star for the folks in white out on the track. And we've got number 5, Chuck Best, putting on the star for the first time in this game for Magic City. Best picking up that lead jammer status, but he is sucked back into the pack. He's out now and ready to score.
Fides, though, out racing after him, just about 10 feet separating the two as Best gets in there, spins around. Does pick up 3.
Best picking up 3, 0 for Fides. Fides not exceptionally happy with that call. Kind of a little WTF moment for him. And that's why we have jam refs to determine how many points jammers score in a jam. Score now 94-85. Magic City down just a little bit. We've got an official review being called by San Diego, likely to say, didn't Lambo Arfides get some points in that last jam?
That would be my guess. We'll see if we can actually hear what Miss Trial says this time.
Yes, I will watch. I will watch very closely and get my very nice headphones off of my head this time. I apologize for that, folks.
This official review brought to you by ArmorFlex, providing the added protection to withstand any hit from the competition. ArmorFlex has got you covered. The new era of protective gear. ArmorFlex.
And folks, there is still time to come down here to St. Louis. St. Louis, very central to all of the Midwest. So if you're ready to make that drive down here, remember, folks, it is only $40 to attend for the entire weekend, or $25 a day.
It sounds like one of Charlie Brown's teachers.
Yes, we apologize. We've got a very high voice in a very noisy venue.
I want to tell you, though, if you want to keep up with tournament stats, you can hit stats-repo, R-E-P-O, .wftda.com. You'll be able to see all the live stats happening for each game if you're interested in keeping up with that. I know lots of people love Derby stats.
Derby stats are lots of fun. We're going to come back from that official review. San Diego with 94, Magic City 85. Clock frozen at 50 seconds here in the first half.
50 gonna be intense seconds if you ask me, because there are only 9 points separating these two teams. Both teams are really bringing it in this half. Both teams have, Aftershocks waking up there about halfway through the period, and Magic City really putting on a fight and working to stay clean as they go on. So this is definitely going to be an interesting jam.
So I did catch what Miss Trial had to say there. She said no points were awarded to San Diego, and they do not retain their review. Of course, San Diego asking for some points on Lambo Arfides. They thought he had engaged the pack before that last whistle and that last jam. Jam is in play now. Jeremy Strecker with the star in green, and out in front and lead is number 14, Fast Wolf.
As you pointed out, San Diego's awake, and they're playing their game now. Fast Wolf with control of the jam, and the defense doing a really good job holding up Magic City's jammer. Strecker is recycled.
Strecker knocked to the infield by Beastang. Beastang, of course, backing it up really quickly. Number 714, Plummer, poking a hole in that defense. But Strecker with the cap in his hand. We've got 5 points on the board for Fast Wolf. San Diego breaking that century mark. Strecker out with the star in hand, ready to score. Fast Wolf slamming back into the pack, goes ahead and calls off the jam as he falls down. 4 points for San Diego, total of 9 points for 14 points for San Diego in that last jam. And we head into halftime with San Diego at 108, Magic City at 85.
We are just about to get ready to play the second half of this game.
Yeah, Magic City, everybody sort of spread out, only having 3 penalties apiece. We're going to bring the jam back into play, and Stephen Keating, number 11, going to start out this second half of the second game of the first day of our 2015 MRDA Championships. And Fast Wolf, number 14 for San Diego, jamming out there in white and red. Fast Wolf looking for it against that three wall of Magic City blockers, and he breaks free. A lead jammer for San Diego. Keedy having some issues, gets nudged back, goes ahead and restarts at the back of the pack. Fast Wolf, again, sliding through. He's kind of slick and likes to slide through around the outside. 5 points for San Diego. Keedy with the star in hand.
Nice hit there by Quad and Dirty. Takes back Fast Wolf. He's got to recycle.
We've got Fast Wolf in the middle of the pack. As Keedy comes out, he does have the star in his hand. He's going to put on the star again and will be eligible to score. Fast Wolf, though, making it through, picks up 4 points. Oh, sorry, picks up another 5 points. He did pick up that jammer lap point in the pack before Keedy was able to break free. 10 points, 118-85, Magic City and San Diego here in the second half.
Made in the USA, made for Derby, Rydell Skates. And lining up next with a star, number 126, Lambo Arfides for the Aftershocks, number 27, Michael Bratz for Magic City. Quite the scrum going off on the line there. Both jammers still tangling with the blockers. Lambo with a small recycle as Michael Bratz finds his way out. Lead jammer, Michael Bratz.
Bratz out and lead. Lambo Arfides, though, with his fleet skates out and ready to score as well. Feedy's already engaging the pack. We've got 2 points on the call-off for Bratz. And a single point for Lambeau Arfides.
And an official review being asked for by Magic City.
I heard what you almost was going to do there. I did hear that.
Yeah.
You are hearing us and seeing this because of the magical work of Mr. Pink and his amazing broadcast staff. Thank you so much, Mr. Pink. I know that you have been working hard so that we can have this feed for you here on WFTDA.tv.
That's it. And a big thank you to WFTDA.tv for bringing all this Men's Roller Derby Association championship action to you this weekend. Don't forget, we've got a ton more games coming up this afternoon and this evening and all day tomorrow.
Well, all day tomorrow, this is, I believe, the first year that we have added a consolation bracket for the MRDA championships.
This is correct. The first year that we are adding that. And next year, some exciting news. There are going to be 3 playoff tournaments to determine seeding for championships. Visit MRDA.com for more information on that. And if your league is interested in hosting, make sure you get your bid in now.
I apologize. I didn't have my fancy headphones off to hear what Mistrial had to say about Magic City's official review. It is rather early in the game, or in the half, for Magic City to use their official review.
There was a little pile up over here in turn number 3 at the end of that last jam. There may be some question about maybe a penalty or some additional points being owed. That would be my best guess. We'll find out when Mistrial comes back and tells us what the results are.
Indeed, and a lot on the line this weekend. We've got an amazing tournament up ahead for you. Our next game coming up after this, we'll have Southern Discomfort taking on the New York Stock Exchange, the 6th seed and the 3rd seed, here coming up at 1 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So you'll want to stay tuned for that after our game here with Magic City and San Diego. The Magic City Misfits were asking for a penalty on Lambeau Arfides. The no call stands, and they do lose their official review.
So yeah, it must have been that pile up that happened right at the end of the jam there, perhaps looking for a low block or what have you.
We've got number 14, Fast Wolf, with the star for San Diego. And number 19, Jeremy Strecker, out in front, lead jammer for Magic City. Right now, Fast Wolf contending with the pack. We've got a no-pack call. We're going to have a multiple player block assessed on number 142, Jamaican Psycho. Fast Wolf out and ready to score. Strecker. Jeremy Strecker, always a joy to watch him skate. Very nimble on his feet. He does get through, picks up 4 points, and calls off the jam.
It looked like he was skating sideways on his skates there and then lifted up his front wheels so they wouldn't go over the rope there as he made his way around that last blocker for those 4 points. That
so
was
fancy.
Very nice.
I skate like an elephant, so whenever I see fancy skaters, I'm like, how do they even? I don't even know.
I want to see an elephant on skates. Now that you've said that, I want to see that happen. Oh.
91-119 jam in play right now. Stephen Keedy with the star for Magic City up against Lambeau Arfides. Stephen Keedy out, lead jammer. 3rd jam in a row that Magic City has retained that status.
Yeah, Magic City really looking to make a comeback here, and they're trying to shut down San Diego. But Lambeau Arfides was able to get out there.
Keedy looking to call off the jam. 3 points for San Diego on that jam. 2 points for Stephen Keedy and Magic City.
If you want great plates, get the performance plate for the modern derby game, Powerdyne.
25:53 on that clock. 93 points for Magic City, 122 for San Diego. We have on the line for San Diego, that's number 0, Pattison. And he is jamming against number 27, Michael Bratz. Pattison looking for it, gets nudged to the infield, though he's going to be forced back by number 142, Jamaican Psycho. Brad's up at the top of the pack with one to beat, and he stays in bounds. Lead jammer, Magic City. Pattison looking for it against Jamaican Psycho. He's going to work up to the top of the pack. Pattison, though, still fighting for it, and Magic City keeping him contained. Just Mike looking to break it up, but Brad's through. 5 points for Magic City. Beastang with the star in hand picks up a track cut. He's going to head to the penalty box. Brad's calling off the jam with 3 points on the floor. I don't think he noticed that Beastang picked up that penalty, but also Brad's kind of holding on to his side. He's kind of breathing heavily here off at the side. We've got some medics meeting with him. If we don't see him return to play, folks, we will make sure that we get a follow-up with you if that's an injury or not, but hopefully we'll see him back in play. We've got Strecker, number 19, out and lead for Magic City. Beastang, of course, with the star in the penalty box right now in this power jam. Strecker with the spin, and we've got a low block being assessed. Strecker not very happy about that, but he goes ahead and skates out. We're going to swap him out. Beastang already on his feet in the box, so we're going to have almost a full penalty for Strecker once he gets there. No lead jammer in this jam means we are going to go the remaining minute and 26 seconds. Beastang back in. He's fighting against Magic City. Magic City waterfalling as best they can to try and contain him. We've got a bridge being built by Magic City's blockers. They could actually probably pull it out a little bit more. They're not quite 10 feet apart. They're spacing it out. But Beastang having to go on the out-of-play call. He's out and ready to score with Strecker on his feet in the box.
Big block there as Beastang came back in, and then they kind of just laid down for a minute, got right back up and into the action, but that was long enough for Strecker to get back on the track and through for 5 points for Magic City.
Beastang out and forced to recycle. He's on his first scoring pass. He almost re-enters and gets another cut, but decides not to. Re-enters behind Christopher Smith, and we've got 5 points on the board for Strecker. 10 points now total for Magic City.
Strecker goes for the big jump, splays as he lands on the floor. He's going to get up and play it safe, go all the way back. That's probably the best idea.
Beastang finally free from the pack, picks up 5 points. Strecker, though, on a third scoring pass, picking up 4, 14-5 right now, net score in this jam. Beastang, though, finding it on the inside. And he's going to put up 4 points as the jam comes to its natural conclusion. Net points in that last jam, 14-9, 131, 115, 22 minutes left in the half.
So Magic City slowly creeping up on that San Diego score. This is kind of what we saw in the first half from the other way around, and San Diego then woke up and took the lead. So maybe Magic City looking to do the same thing as we go into a team timeout for the Aftershocks. This team timeout is brought to you by Turn Left Skate Pro, always offering personalized customer service by skaters who care about getting you the equipment that's best for you.
Aftershocks coming to St. Louis all the way from San Diego. Magic City, of course, based out of Jacksonville, Florida. The Magic City.
The Magic City.
Both of these teams, of course, have not met. This is going to be the story of the weekend for San Diego. San Diego not facing off against any of the teams that are here this weekend. Of course, San Diego has been around for a while, but of course bursting onto the scene with Beastang and Just Mike playing where they live this year.
Yeah, recent transfers from your mom. You probably remember them from your mom's roster for last year. But yeah, they've definitely brought the Aftershocks some recognition this year, and now we're here at Champs, and the Aftershocks kind of an unknown against every team they're going to come up against.
But the Aftershocks, of course, have been a team for a while. We're seeing a lot of great team play and action from the guys who have been playing with San Diego since the beginning. Just this recent transfer kind of giving you a little bit more of an edge to bring you to championships. We've got an official timeout being called right at that 5-second warning. So we've got an official timeout being called.
An official timeout. It looks like some clarification with the NSOs in the middle there, and everybody's getting back to where they're going. Just maybe checking to make sure everything's right where it's supposed to be before we get back into the game.
Both teams on the track. Beastang being fielded as jammer here in this next jam. Oh, no, sorry. We've got things mixed around here. I apologize. My little cheat screen is not refreshed. Beastang out there with the pivot cover on his helmet right now. I was like, hang on then. Jam being whistled back into play. It's number 14, Fast Wolf, wearing the star for San Diego, and he is jamming against number 11, Stephen Keedy for Magic City. Keedy up at the top of the pack. Pack spreading out with San Diego bridging. Beastang looking to shut down Stephen Keedy at the top of the pack. Fast Wolf, though, making a break for it on the outside. Lead jammer San Diego. Great job by San Diego's defense against Keedy. They fought with him up at the top of the pack for a long time. Now Beastang has to let him go. He's out and ready to score. Fast Wolf picking up a cut on the outside of the track. He will go to the penalty box. This is a power jam advantage. Magic City. We're going to go the remainder, though, of this jam. 1 minute left on that jam clock means that we will see Fast Wolf howling through the pack again before the end of this jam. Keedy fighting his way up at the top of the pack against San Diego. He breaks free. 5 points for Magic City. Pack stopped between turns 3 and 4. With Fast Wolf back in the fray, only 5 power points garnered by Magic City in that power jam. Keedy still fighting his way up at the top of the pack, looking to find a path through. But Beastang controlling him. We've got Fast Wolf back in there. Beastang actually falling back to play a little jammer offense. Number 142, Jamaican Psycho headed to the box with 4 points being put on the board for Fast Wolf. Keedy still on his second scoring pass, looking to reset from the infield. 4 additional points for Fast Wolf. And I've got 4 more points on the board for Stephen Keedy. 9-8 in that last jam. Only 1 net point for Magic City.
That was Jamaican Psycho now 2 times in the box during that jam. And he's going to have to clean things up a little bit. I don't have an updated screen yet to see how many he's got, but that's going to be pushing him upwards.
Next jam is in play. That's number 27, Michael Bratz, on the line for Magic City. He is jamming against number 126, Lambo Arfides of San Diego. We've got a multiple player block being called on Beastang. He'll head out to the penalty box as Bratz becomes lead jammer. Bratz out. Picks up 5 points for Magic City. Magic City looking to rally here in the second half. Lambo Arfides has yet to complete his initial pass. Magic City building that brace on the straightaway, nudging him out. And Michael Bratz picks up another 5 points as Lambo Arfides heads to the penalty box. Fides still on his initial scoring pass, and remember, Fides giving up the most power jams in that last half, that first half of the game. Bratz through again. He's going to put up another 5 points.
And that's going to make a lead change by just 1 point. Now Magic City in the lead.
Bratz looking for it up at the top of the pack. He's fighting against number 18, Michael C. He's only got Michael C. to beat there. He stays in bounds. Falls down. Calls it off, though. 5 points. That's a 20-point jam for Magic City. We've got a lead change, 145-139.
He did a little German dance for you on the rope there before he decided to fall and call off the jam. Very nice jam for Magic City, able to gain a little bit of traction against San Diego as the clock ticks down to 70. Now, this is right about the same point last half where San Diego took over the lead and then got to be able to get out ahead. Let's see if Magic City can do the same as the half continues.
Magic City fielding Jeremy Strecker, and he's up against Fast Wolf right now. Fast Wolf up at the top of the pack, fighting around at the beginning of the apex. We're going to have a backblock penalty being assessed to number 2, Quad and Dirty, as Strecker finds it on the inside. Lead jammer. Fast Wolf out and ready to score. Strecker spinning into the infield. He's up against a full complement of San Diego blockers. Fast Wolf sneaking into the pack before Strecker has a chance to call it off, but 0 points. Fast Wolf not stealing any points. 1 point for Strecker with 16 minutes left in the second half.
Things are getting heated on the track. You can tell we lost 2 Magic City blockers during that last jam. So Magic City going to start with just 2 blockers in the pack. We're going to have Stephen Keaty, number 11, versus Pattison, number 0, out there. And again, another multiplayer on number 9. That is Christopher Smith. He's off to the penalty box as well.
That's going to be his 3rd penalty of the game. We've got Pattison out and lead jammer for San Diego. Keaty still contending with all 4 San Diego blockers. Number 44, Chef, in there trying to cook up a little bit of help for his jammer.
Pattison coming in for a scoring pass, gets held up by his own team. It looked like a low block, but you can't get a penalty against your own team.
Pattison with a star in hand, hands off to B-Stang. Interesting move there to give up that lead jammer status, to hand it off to B-Stang, but it did net them 30 points in that last half. We've got 4 points for Keaty. We've got a minute left on that jam clock. We're going to go to the natural conclusion. B-Stang not putting up any points on that last scoring pass. Just a no-shake from his jam ref.
Magic City losing 44 Chef to the penalty box. Puts them down a blocker as they gain back a blocker.
That single blocker out there is number 9, Christopher Smith. B-Stang out of the pack in the center, being forced to recycle. We've only got 4-4 on the board right now. B-Stang, of course, with that single blocker and that last scoring pass. If that blocker is out of play, it's a no pass, no penalty, and he doesn't pick up points for the people in the penalty box. Keaty out and picking up another 4 points on his 2nd scoring pass. B-Stang on his 3rd scoring pass right now. And we are going to come to the natural conclusion of that jam. 4 points for B-Stang. So 4-0-4. He picks up 8 total in that jam. An additional 1 point for Keaty. Oh, we had a scoring correction. Actually, 4 points on that 2nd scoring pass for B-Stang. So 12-9 in that last jam in favor of San Diego. We've got a 4-point game.
Oh, everybody breathe. Number 27, Michael Bratz on the line. Number 14, Fast Wolf. Whistle's already blowing. Illegal procedure on number 0. Pattison is going to send him to the penalty box.
Bratz being a single-man army, pushing at the top of the pack. he gets knocked by Fast Wolf just as Bratz slides out of the pack and becomes lead jammer for Magic City.
Fast Wolf picking up a cutting the track penalty gives Magic City the opportunity they want right now to increase their lead. Power jam for Magic City.
Magic City breaks free, picks up 5 points. We've got 3-on-3 right now in the pack, 3 blockers apiece. San Diego building a 2-wall up at the top with a brace, and then Just Mike kind of trailing in the back, runs up to join that defense. 4 more points for Michael Bratz. Calls it off just as Fast Wolf stands to his feet. So we'll have a power start for Magic City in this next jam.
Magic City really looking to make their comeback stick this time. Is going to field Jeremy Strecker with the star. Penalty box now clear. All the blockers are on the track. Just the jammer for the Aftershocks waiting to be released.
That's Strecker on the line for the Aftershocks, and he is going to pick up a track cut. Fast Wolf being released into the pack, so that will be a full penalty for Strecker. Fast Wolf lead jammer status is available, so Wolf able to pick that up here, perhaps, on his initial pass. We've got a track cut being assessed to Chef. He's going to head to the penalty box.
Lots of destruction happening there as Just Mike goes up to offer some assistance there, and lead jammer does go to Fast Wolf.
We've got Kendall Smash trying to get to his feet on the outfield. He's just going to go ahead and scoot out on the outfield. We can't tell. He looks like he's maybe hurt. He's got his ankle bandaged, so perhaps that is the situation right now for him.
That last jam coming to an end with 5 points being awarded for San Diego. 164-156. 10 minutes remaining in this intense game. And we're going to have Lambo Arfides with the star for the Aftershocks, number 126.
And that's Stephen Keaty, number 11, putting on the star for Magic City. Feedy's recycled to the back of the pack, but Keaty contending with just like a little party of San Diego up at the top of the pack. That's number 714 Plummer kind of directing traffic at the top of the pack. San Diego kind of stringing out into a line, but Keaty is let go. Lead jammer Magic City.
B-Stang now with the star is trying to make his way through, but Magic City knows he's got it. They're not going to let him through if they can help it. Big hit by Chef there, takes B-Stang to the infield as Keaty comes around and puts up all 5 on the board. I'm sorry, just 4 on the board.
Chef kind of singing a little tune there in the pack up against B-Stang, but B-Stang out, ready to score. Hasn't put the star on yet, though. Keaty breaks free, picks up 4 additional points, calls off the jam before B-Stang has a chance to engage the pack. 9 points for Magic City in that last jam. Score now 156 San Diego, 173 Magic City. 9 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the game.
Now we kind of see San Diego having some penalty trouble here as their penalty box is currently full of blockers. That means just 1 blocker on the track as we get started with the jam, and that's Just Mike blocking. And he's looking to hold up Jeremy Strecker, but Jeremy Strecker's out and lead for Magic City.
Strecker out and lead. Fast Wolf being recycled to the back of the pack on the straightaway. Strecker darts through the pack, though, and picks up 5 points. Grand slam for Magic City. We've got a blocking out of bounds penalty being assessed to number 45, Jason Mosley. Strecker contending with the pack. Gets knocked to the infield. It's Lambo Arfides playing defense there, building the bridge. We've Got 2 Magic City blockers being sent to the penalty box. Means Strecker doesn't have much assistance in the pack. Fast Wolf out and ready to score. Strecker trailing back.
Playing a little defense, hoping to get some of his blockers back up into the pack there, or just kill some time before he calls it off. At the end of the jam, though, we're looking at 183, 157. San Diego able to pick up that 1 point there at the end of the jam. 7:40 remaining on the clock, and things are just getting more and more intense out there on the track.
Got an official timeout being called as the refs will head to the center of the track. Both of these teams right now playing for the chance to take on #1 seed and defending champions a lot of times. Your mom tonight at 7 o'clock Central Time here on WFTDA.tv. We have got the official review being called back into play.
It actually looks like we're going to take a team timeout for Magic City. And this team timeout is brought to you by La Beta Roller Derby. We bout that life since 1969.
Magic City piggybacking their break on that official timeout. Score right now 182-157. Both of these teams swapping momentum back and forth with each other throughout the game. We had San Diego in the lead, and then we had Magic City take the lead here coming into the second half. But we do still have 7 minutes left in the game, and of course 157-182, it's anyone's cliche.
And if we look at the penalty board right now on the Magic City side, just Jamaican Psycho number 142. He's sitting at 6, so one more, and that's end of game for him. On the Aftershock side, we now have 2 at 5. Just Mike has been clean this entire period. He had 5 going into the half. And then Lambo Arfidi's also now with 5 on the board.
Magic City fielding Michael Bratz, number 27 is jammer, and he's jamming against B-Stang, who's out and lead. Bratz looking for it against the San Diego defense, but B-Stang around the outside, nobody touching him. 5 points for San Diego. Right now, Magic City with 1 in the penalty box, but Magic City only not really fielding much of a wall against B-Stang, and B-Stang's free again. 4 more points for San Diego. Big hit to the infield on Michael Bratz. He's going to be slow getting up.
That was Michael C. with that hit. A very nice hit.
Big hit against B-Stang to the infield. B-Stang goes ahead and calls off the jam. That was 804 Fury with the hit, but he's going to go ahead and go with the assist to help B-Stang up.
And then he's going to go report to the box. They did give him a direction there at the end of the jam.
13-2 net to San Diego, 170-185. Magic City still on top by 15 points. 6 minutes and 14 seconds ticking down on the clock.
Number 14, Fast Wolf with a star for the Aftershocks. Number 11, Stephen Keedy for Magic City, and Fast Wolf already lead jammer.
Stephen Keedy with a star in his hand, getting past Just Mike, out and ready to score. And Fast Wolf finding a track cut. This will, of course, take away San Diego's lead jammer status. We're going to go the remainder of this jam, minute and 27. Keedy is ready to score. He's on his first scoring pass with San Diego losing Boo to the penalty box. So we've got 5 up in the air for Stephen Keedy on this power jam.
So right now, Keedy just needs to keep skating and getting points and stay on the track, and Magic City is going to love this moment of 30 seconds where they get to make some points.
Keedy with another 5 points, 10 power points thus far on this jam with Fast Wolf on his feet in the box. Keedy looking to complete another pass. He gets nudged out of bounds, though, as Fast Wolf back in from the box. Fast Wolf looking for it, but Magic City trolling at the top of the pack. They're going to try and do a little 1-2 punch on him, but number 804, Fury, is going to swing and miss. Chef with the cycle, but Fast Wolf out with 4 points. Keedy's still on his third scoring pass, and he does go ahead and complete it. 5 points for him in that pass. Fast Wolf looking for it on the outside. Number 5, Chuck Best, though, everywhere on the track.
Keedy able to get through for another 4 at the end of that jam there, and it was 2 awarded to Fast Wolf. So total on the jam, 19-6. Magic City increasing their lead that jam. 204, 176 with 350 remaining on the clock. And while things are getting pretty brutal out there on the track right now, the penalty box sees a lot of action in these last few minutes.
Right, and Opie, number 6 for Magic City, he's actually been sitting on 5 penalties here for quite some time here in the second half of the game. Jamming right now, we've got B-Stang for San Diego, and he is jamming against number 19, Jeremy Strecker. Strecker out and ready to score. B-Stang lead. He's probably going to get 1 scoring pass in. Not even that. He goes ahead and calls off the jam with 1 point.
So not a great jam there for him, but at least they didn't give up any points and were able to shut up the gap just ever so slightly. 2:59 remaining on the clock.
You know, Magic City really locking down the defense against San Diego. San Diego's top high-scoring jam this second half has been a 12-point jam. That was B-Stang getting the handoff from Pattison a few jams ago. So only 12 points. We haven't seen that massive 30-point score. Of course, we had 20 points for Michael Bratz in the middle of this period, which is what put Magic City over the top, and now Magic City with almost a 30-point, or a little over a 30-point lead.
So B-Stang kept the star, and Michael Bratz takes the star. This time Michael Bratz now out and lead.
B-Stang looking for it in the pack. Magic City kind of spreading out their defense against him. We got a little hammer and nail from Quad and Dirty and Chef in the pack. B-Stang now grinding against a brace. He takes off the star, trying to hand it to the pivot.
Yeah, good work there by Magic City's defense, separating them really quick so that pass could not happen.
Pivot is Just Mike. B-Stang still with the star in his hand. Meanwhile, Bratz still working his way through.
Couple of recycles there. Just Mike with the last-minute swooping hit, almost able to take him out, but he stays in. 5 more points go on the board for Magic City.
Bratz with the grand slam. Just Mike now with the star in hand. We've got an illegal procedure being assessed. And Just Mike now taking the star. He is out and ready to score. I'm not sure if Bratz has seen that yet. Oh, he has, and he goes ahead and calls off the jam. No points on that pass, so 5-0 in that last jam. 209-77, Magic City, 177. Magic City pulling ahead 32 points in the game.
And we're down to the last minute of this game, ladies and gentlemen. As the time ticks down, both teams with 1 timeout and 1 official review remaining. Nobody calling anything, so it can potentially be the last jam of this game.
Fast Wolf in for San Diego. He's jamming against Keedy for Magic City. And Fast Wolf pulling out of the pack first, lead jammer. Stephen Keedy with 1 more to contend with. That's Just Mike up at the top of the pack with San Diego building a bridge, but they have to let him go. He's out and ready to score. Fast Wolf up at the top of the pack. Man, if Fast Wolf would have called off that jam a little faster.
And I see the Aftershocks bench immediately calling a timeout. There were just a couple seconds remaining on that clock. Not a bad strategy to do when it's this close. It's possible. They did have a 39-point jam earlier on in this game. If they could do it again, it can make all the difference right now. One more jam to go as the period clock currently sitting at 1. That may be corrected 2 or 3, depending on when the timeout was officially called. But this jam is the jam. If you haven't watched any other jams, you want to watch this jam.
I have watched all of the jams, and I'm going to watch this jam. I don't know about you, Bangers and Smash. Thanks again for tuning into our 2015 MRDA Championship coverage here on WFTDA.tv. We are going to see that team timeout come back to the track. We've got Fast Wolf jamming again, playing a little Ironman Derby. And closing it out for Magic City, we've got number 19, Jeremy Strecker.
As soon as that whistle blows, that second is going to tick off the clock, and now it's jam time only, ladies and gentlemen. The Aftershocks need that lead jammer, and there it is, Strecker with lead.
Strecker with lead. He's going to go ahead and keep that jam clock up running for just a little longer, but Fast Wolf out of the pack, so Strecker goes ahead and calls off the jam. We have the Magic City Misfits finishing the game out 209-181.